night's work will be done quite early.
Certainly looks that way.
What a dynamic break.
Just as he wanted it.
That was his good break. Run around the table. Hours and hours of practice on a daily basis. You cannot maintain that high timing.
And you can see the precision that these players display. You know that a lot of hard work was put in.
And nice speed on that. He's achieved an ideal angle to transfer the cue ball other end of the table. And while you cannot take shots for granted, it's looking like an imminent third break and run out in a row for Mr. Strickland.
He's starting out like a house on fire, as we always say.
Well, another thunderous break, and that 9-ball's heading for the corner pocket time and again. If you notice, it's ending in the same place.
And does he have a
Okay. Yeah, rather than risk a shot that would be a carom, he chose a shot off the 2-ball and finish up the game. Some vintage Earl Strickland pool right now. Tremendous draw stroke to obtain position on the 6. He's a little concerned with the side pocket coming into play here. If you elevate and use backspin, it makes the pocketing of the 7-ball more difficult. And if you choose to not, then you have to run the risk of possibly scratching in the side. So he's elevated and made it look awful easy.
Goes for the cup.
4 consecutive break and run out. And he'd won one game previous to that to get to that point.
Just didn't roll a couple of centimeters more.
Even though the 1-ball was there to get the cue ball in the proper alignment for the 2.
Efren shows on the pool table is just unbelievable.
What a nice position. Perfect execution in the 3-rail position. To this point in the match, I don't believe Efren's missed a shot. He won the first game of the evening. Made a ball on the break and was forced to push out. Earl kicked that ball in and then broke and ran out 4 racks after that.
Right.
Nice speed. Efren obtained just a little bit of straight angle on the 8 so that he could just stop the cue ball rather than obtain perfect position. Laps.
Good break by Efren and set up nice.
Yeah, he hit it pretty good, but I am. He's going rail first, so apparently it wasn't making it. What a spectacular rail first shot that was. Now this kid's absolutely on fire.
Oh, yes. Sizzling start here by Earl Strickland. He posted a 7-game lead earlier, but Efren Reyes was able to take a game, so that's down to 6 now, 40-34. Earl's on a run again.
And that was one of those elevated cue shots that I had made mention of earlier that are his absolute specialty. And he's back into his two-stroke rhythm. It's lights out for these balls.
This is the second of the 3-night affair in the color of money.
Yeah. Plus he's got to negotiate through 3 balls to get to it. Well, he was able to.
Earl Strickland now showing the controlled side of his game.
And he's worried about the cue ball being impeded by the 8th ball. And if you notice, his balls are going right in the middle of the pocket, even on the difficult shots. He's having absolutely no trouble finding the pocket.
Well, I was talking to Efren Reyes after the match last night, and he had real nice words about the pocketing of Earl Strickland. Says it's one of the best.
Yeah, he has an uncanny accuracy, and no matter how much you practice, I'm not sure that could be learned. Well, we played 9 games tonight, and of those 9 games, Earl Strickland has broken around the entire table 5 times. Now that approaches the table after Strickland's finally come up dry on the break. That might be the first time tonight. This is not a very palatable situation to have to approach the table with. Sit there for a long time. But this requires a little negotiating to get the proper position. Yeah, made it look effortless. This is not an insurmountable lead at all.
Not at this.
But he really needs to. Unlike the players are playing at such a high level, and luck is not playing a role for you either.
Well, especially if you don't get a turn at the table.
Exactly.
Because the other one's playing that well.
And that's what's unique to this sport. I think that adds a certain level of intrigue or mystery as to it's compelling drama.
Well, there's a certainly high drama because I can imagine what sort of desperation seeps into your mind when you're just sitting there watching the guy do his thing.
Yeah, just like when Efren retaliated last night with 4 or 5 rack runs. Earl said, "Hey, there's cobwebs on my cue."
Yeah.
Well, absolutely no one doubts Efren.